For our family, time is now divided into before the pandemic and after the pandemic. We live in San Francisco in a small apartment in the Haight-Ashbury, where my wife, Leanne, and I have raised our family. Our little boys have become big men. We share this space with our dog Brody and our 2 Amazon parrots, Cosmo and Aquila. All of us had goals. Marley left for college. Waylon prepared for basketball. Leanne prepared for her second semester teaching her first grade class. But then 2020 came and plans changed when the virus emerged. A police murder started a movement, and distance teaching would force our family to sacrifice staying together in the face of a pandemic. Aquila just loves having coffee with me. The boys left 2 weeks earlier to be with their mom, who was staying with my mother-in-law. We did not have the space in our apartment to accommodate her. My family always tells me I watch too much news. And it's true. We are in suspense watching the news.
I can't, as a non-physician or a non-medical expert, tell you precisely what to do in the case of...
As a photojournalist, working for over 15 years in the San Francisco Bay Area, I covered all sorts of events with my camera. Working as a war correspondent, I thought I had seen it all. From house-to-house combat in Fallujah to searching for insurgents in Ramadi. These were dangerous moments. But the most relevant pictures that I have made are from the Rodney King riots 28 years ago. After all these years, after all the lives lost, from Trayvon Martin and Michael Brown to Breonna Taylor and George Floyd, nothing, it seems, has changed. My fear of the police has always been a part of my life. With all that is going on, I try to take a moment for myself every day and let the world pass me by. But as time passes, it does not leave my 2 boys behind. 2 weeks earlier, my boys prepared for their trip to see their mom.
Hey, Mama.
What's going on? Are you packed?
Yeah, I'm packed. Look. I'm packed. See, that's wait, which one's mine? That's Marley's, that's mine.
After almost 20 years, my wife and I are preparing ourselves to let our 2 boys venture out into the world. We're not concerned about their education or if they will make it. 2 young men like this are prime targets for police violence. Today, simply having a talk does not seem to be enough anymore, but it is all we can do before saying goodbye as they leave our sheltered nest.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
See you, Dad.
I think that it's so strange to think about where I wake up now every morning and how different it is to where I woke up in college. You know, I had my own space. I was an adult. I was chilling. I was cooking my meals. I was with friends. I had my own space. And I think growing up here, since I was like 4 or 5, I've been in this same room with my brother. We've shared this room, and it's strange because we kind of taken a step back.
I had just made the varsity basketball team. You know, I had never done that before. I was coming off being on JV, so I was really excited. You know, I was proud of myself because I really didn't know if I was going to be able to, excel to the varsity level, really. Well, I went for a layup and I just broke my foot. Landed really bad. It hurt, you know. It really did because I really thought, I was damn near 6'2". I'm really growing fast and just broke my foot off a dumb move. Because of my broken foot, I was taken out for the whole season. And the whole time I was on that bench, I could only think about one thing. My junior season, my comeback season. And then COVID just took it away.
Tomorrow, my family comes home. We are going to need all the room and the internet bandwidth we can get. And so I prepare. I will be glad to be with them after weeks alone. Now that they've arrived, they will be ready to engage in a family game of Catan, where we test each other's skills at wheeling and dealing, and soon it's like they never even left.
Coming back to a very small apartment is always a shock for me. I find myself having to clean up and make things straightened out for my own sanity. When I go to my mom's, she lives in the suburbs and it's a large house, the one we grew up in. There's a backyard, I have my own room. After a few days of being used to being back in a small space, I feel more used to it. The things that I love about being here start to I become aware of. Like looking out the window at the beautiful park across the street, cooking in my kitchen, and just being with my family. It feels like a ghost town here. Coming back into the classroom and looking around and seeing that it's just as we had left it in March, and everybody's gone. There's nobody here. Some jackets are still left here and backpacks are still left here. And for my school, our school was remodeled last year, and so everything's brand new, and we were getting ready to begin a new year together, and it's just here. Good morning, class.
Good morning, Miss
I'm 2 weeks into teaching from home in the first grade in my apartment on this couch. It's difficult. Not what I'm going to teach or how I'm going to teach it, just seeing these students on a computer and not being able to connect with them the way that I'm used to connecting with my students. I put on a face that, like, we got this, it's all good. But it's real. I recognize how hard it is for everybody, the students, the teachers. Nobody wants to be doing it this way.
Even though I just joined in, that was my...
I have huge concerns for the future. Right now, things are very bleak. When I think of a smaller life and not the largeness of this country and this world, I feel more hopeful.
Times like these require a moral compass, not a device that can be taken or lost, but a knowledge of the stars in the heavens, and finding your own North Star placed there by great nature. Americans are struggling to find balance during a pandemic, while striving to remove past the white superiority that was the cornerstone of America's founding. Throughout all of this, our family remains strong, aware, and resilient. Maybe 2020, but we still go out. We have fun, and outside of our circle, we remain socially distant. Waiting for our lives to go back to normal is a waste of time. Life only moves forward, and that means a new beginning for all of us.